Okay, now let's take a look at our GBP pairs for this week. We will start with our Euro GBP, straight to our GBP AUD, straight to the GBP New Zealand dollar, and straight to the GBP CAD, then GBP Swiss franc. Now let's see our Euro GBP, starting with our monthly time frame. If you are to zoom it out of a recent, we would want to see some key levels. Let's try and get some key levels. This is 1 year, which we can take as our support level, and this is our highs here, which we are going to be taking as a resistance level. Now once our price comes to this our resistance level, we tend to see to drop straight to our support level, then push up to our resistance level. Exactly how it is doing, you can see it on the monthly time frame. The price is ranging. So of recent now, we see that our price has now hit our support level, and we are expecting it to actually push up straight to our resistance level on our Euro GBP. Now see it on this monthly time frame. From here, this is the support level here. We had this huge impulse movement upward. Then there was a correction made, especially on an uptrend move. Once we see this impulse move, then we get a correction. It's exactly what has just played out now, and now we are expecting another impulse move, hoping to actually break this our previous higher highs on our Euro GBP, right? So I mean, to the price is still is about to hit our previous higher highs, which is about 80 pips. So we still have about 80 pips for this our price to actually take out this previous higher highs on Euro GBP. Once the price hits our previous higher highs, then we still see another push up again. So exactly, we still have about 80 pips to actually hit our previous higher highs, then another push up would be expecting on our Euro GBP, by the way. Now let's take a look at it on our weekly time frame, by the way. So down to the weekly time frame, this is on-trend move. You all can see it. There was an impulse move upward, then a correction was made here, another impulse move, and we had this huge correction. So we are expecting another impulse move to actually break this previous higher highs. I think this was where the previous higher highs was. Yeah. So we are expecting another impulse move to break this previous higher highs. So to actually hit that our previous higher highs, as we just said, we have about 80 pips for this our price to hit that our previous higher high. So weekly time frame, we are still on an uptrend. Monthly time frame, we are still on an uptrend. Daily time frame, let's start it from here. Look, there was an impulse move here, a correction was made. That was this daily time frame. Another impulse move, there is a correction, and now another impulse move. This to tell that we are on an uptrend move. So on this daily time frame, now we've had this huge impulse move upward. We will be expecting a correction anytime soon. So I mean, to actually expect that correction, we hope the price to actually rally or to take out this highs, this huge candlestick wick here. So if the price can actually push up, which will be giving us at least about 70 to 80 pips to actually hit this liquidity area here. So once the price actually hits it, then we expect a drop on our Euro GBP. So we expect a drop on our Euro GBP. So after a drop, then we will be expecting another rally movement on our Euro GBP. So now let's see it on our 4-hour time frame. To actually take this trade, we would actually want to look at it on our 4-hour time frame. An impulse move, a correction, another impulse move upward, a correction, an impulse move, a correction, and another impulse move. So basically on our 4-hour time frame, we are on an uptrend move. So on this our 4-hour time frame, we are on uptrend move. So those of you who want to short it, it will not be a good time to actually short it, except to see multiple break or structure downward, possibly on our 30 minutes and 1-hour time frame. Then we can short it. Of recent, we are still on an uptrend move, and we are still hoping to actually push up, see our price to take out these highs on our 4-hour time frame. Basically the same with our 1-hour time frame. We are still on an uptrend move, so we should still look for a way to actually take it up on our Euro GBP. Now let's see our GBPAUD. We have to zoom it out and let's see some key levels if we can highlight. If you are to see it here, it was once rolling up, we were once moving up right on our GBPUSD. It was once an uptrend move, then of recent we are now on a downward movement. Take a look at it, right? If you are to see it, we are actually on a bearish move on our monthly time frame. This was an impulse move downward. Let's see it this way. Then a correction was made, right? This is a correction. This is our correction level on our monthly time frame. Now we are now on another impulse move. You can see that once we add this impulse move downward, if our price broke below this area where we once had a correction movement here, we once had a correction movement around here, so a pullback level, by the way, so our price has broken below it, so we are still expecting a drop again on our GBPAUD. So that is to tell you that we are still on a bearish move. Possibly this week we will still go bearish. Let's see if our price can actually take out this low, which is about 1.611825. We are currently trading at 1.69117. So we are still expecting a drop on our GBPAUD. That is it on our monthly time frame, still a bearish move. Now let's see it on our weekly time frame. This was actually an impulse move downward here. So while this price was ranging, it was actually a pullback level on our monthly time frame. Now we've had another drop. So weekly time frame also says we are still on a bearish move, by the way. So we are expecting our price to open and close bearish this week. Basically, our pound itself is actually a bearish. If you are to sit on our pound index, especially on the weekly time frame, you can see this huge impulse move. So all our GBP pairs are all bearish, by the way. So that is it. We should be expecting a bearish move also on our GBPAUD. Let's see if our price will actually roll to take out these lows we've highlighted here on our GBPAUD. And now GBP on our daily time frame. So this was an impulse move. We started a correction, by the way. This was an impulse move. It broke above it, so price had a correction, then another huge impulse move. So we are still expecting an impulse move downward again, a little bit of an impulse move. Then possibly we would start having that correction after we've had that impulse move. So daily time frame still an impulse move, and we should look for a way to short it. This our 4-hour time frame, basically our 4-hour time frame and our 1-hour time frame. So it's still actually a bearish move. So if you want to short this GBP AUD, then it will be a good opportunity to actually short it on our 4-hour and 1-hour time frame. Now next one we have is our GBP New Zealand dollar. So we will start with our monthly time frame. So if you have to see it this way, let's highlight some key levels. You can see it this level, which is we'll be taking it as our low, which means this will be our support level and this would be our resistance level. So now our price is now ranging within this area, as we all can see, of recent monthly time frame. So we are still expecting a little bit of a drop on our GBP New Zealand, then we would actually have this huge push up. So on our GBP New Zealand dollar. So GBP New Zealand dollar for this week, we would still be expecting a little bit of a drop, at least possibly 150 plus pips to 200 pips. Once we have that 150 to 200 pips on our GBP to our New Zealand dollar, then we can start aiming for an uptrend move. So price is close to our support level on the monthly time frame. We have our weekly time frame. Still our weekly time frame, you can see it as a bearish move. There was an impulse move downward. We had a correction here, another impulse move here. There was a correction here. So we are now having currently we are having another impulse move downward. So we are still expecting waiting for our price to break below these lows. These are previous lower lows here. This was the previous lower lows, so we are expecting our price to actually break below it and continue to go down on a bearish move. And now see it on our daily time frame. So on this daily time frame, by the way, we are still bearish as you all can see. So we would want to actually shorten this our GBP New Zealand. So basically our GBP to our New Zealand is actually bearish, and when you see it on our index, it's actually bearish, by the way. So we should actually look to short this GBP New Zealand dollar. Now let's see our GBP card. I'll start with monthly time frame. Let's take out some key levels here. This is our lows here. We take it as once our price comes to this level area here, we tend to see it rise up. You can see it once it was actually ranging within this area here. It was once our support and resistance area, when then price broke above it. Now our price dropped to this level here, and we saw a huge push up, giving us this huge candle wick, and now our price has already dropped. So what we are expecting next is another rise on our GBP card. So monthly time frame, we should be expecting a bullish move anytime soon. So if you have to see it this way, you see that there is a huge impulse move downward. A huge red candlestick that has just been dropping against our card. So basically, once we have this huge movement downward, we should be expecting a rise up, possibly to serve as a pullback level. Let's see it this way: an impulse move downward. There was a correction here, then we had an impulse move downward. We had a little bit of a correction. If this is to be a downward trend, so there was a correction here, then another huge impulse move. So if this is going to continue to go bearish, then we should be having a correction upward again. So monthly time frame, we should be expecting a bullish move, by the way. And we still have at least probably 100 pips more to drop. So maybe if we have that 100 pips more to drop, then we can be seeing the bullish move we are all waiting for. Now on our GBPCAD weekly time frame, still bearish, by the way. You can see impulse move, then a correction, impulse move, correction, impulse move, correction, impulse move, all the way down. So basically, we are expecting a rise, a bullish move anytime soon. Possibly we'll be getting it this week or next week. So I think if we can probably have about 50 pips to 100 pips drop, then we probably will be getting the bullish move on our GBP card. And now our daily time frame, still an impulse move, by the way. So those of you who want to take it up, you want to actually buy it, or if you want to actually take the you want to actually enter the buy, you want to actually buy this GBP card, I'll say aim on our 4-hour time frame. Once we start seeing possibly multiple break of structure upward on our 4-hour time frame, then it will be a good opportunity to actually enter this buy on our GBP card. And lastly, we have our GBP Swiss franc. So let's sit on our monthly time frame. So I'll take this as our lows. This is a huge liquidity area here. So this is actually a huge liquidity area here, this huge candlestick. So we are still expecting our price to actually drop to take out these lows. So I think we still have about, to actually take out that lows, we still have about 194 pips. That is about 200 pips drop on our GBP Swiss franc. So if you have to see it this way, our GBP index, especially on the weekly time frame, monthly time frame, daily time frame, it is actually dropping, it is bearish. So once we start seeing that, once we are having that bearish move, then our GBP Swiss franc will also giving us that bearish. So now we can see this was actually a low here. This was once our support level. Once it comes here, it pushes up, it drops to this our lows here, it pushes up again. Now our price has broken below it. So this is the next key level area we are all aiming for, which is around 1.10972. So that should be giving us about close to 100, close to 200 pips for our GBP Swiss franc. So monthly time frame, we are still expecting a little bit of a drop, then a rally movement upward. Now weekly time frame, still bearish move. this was an impulse move, right? There was a correction at this our key level we are all expecting, which we highlighted. You see the price reacted to this level here, so our price actually gave us a pullback at this level, and we had another drop. There was a little bit of a pullback, and now we are having another drop. So basically we still have a little bit of a drop more on our GBP Swiss franc, then we actually have the huge movements on our GBP Swiss franc. And likewise our daily time frame still the same thing. So basically to actually enter this trade, if you want to actually take it up, you want to actually buy it, then let's see if we have multiple break of structure upward on our 4 hour time frame, possibly uptrend move, impulse move upward, a correction, another impulse move. Then when we add this correction, then you can actually now enter the buy on our GBP Swiss franc for this week.